Well, good afternoon. Drinking a warm cup of coffee, black, of course. My Gettysburg coffee cup. Salute the general back there. Thank you, sir. And those in the South. Hey, people have commented about this ring. Hey, where'd you get the ring? What is it? It's a spoon. Okay. It's a silver spoon or a pewter spoon or something. It's not silver because it leaves my hand a little bit gray. I was at a craft show. We have a huge craft show outside of Hershey every year, and they shut the whole town down in this town called Hummelstown. And I saw it, liked it, bought it. Thought, this is awesome. So I noticed something. Now, this was my original Country Gentleman, right? Stem's gone. Took the stem off because it's on here. Okay, and you can see where the cracks are right in here. It's cracking right in through here. I'm going to see if I can, I don't have time to mud it. I'm going to see if I can find, maybe I'll get Mark or TPI to customize it for me. I don't know. So I went and bought one myself. Okay. Now, this is the original. Look how thick those walls are. Look how big that bowl is. This is the one I bought for myself. Do you see the difference, folks? Now do you see the difference, folks? This is a Meerschaum. They're Meerschaums. So, this one was sent to me, gifted to me. Thank you very much. You know who you are. It is just like this. This bowl, I guarantee you, will last a lot more than this bowl because it's the thickness of the walls. And I like the darker. So, I mean, I can improve upon it. But anyhow, I digress. It's Corn Cob Tuesday, and I thought, you know what? Smoking Pipes Cornell Dale 20th anniversary, dark. Let it dry, rubbed it out, let it dry. I thought, I'll smoke it in my corn cob, see how I like it. Because anything I smoke in my corn cob, sorry about the background noise. Apparently somebody's getting their carpets cleaned down the street, or they're having them cleaned from somebody that moved out. So, that's what happens, I guess, when you live in a community and everything's got to be cleaned because it's probably cheaper than, well, it is cheaper than putting a whole new set of carpets in, but here we go. Now, I have not used this pipe yet. This is a fresh pipe. You can tell it's a brand new pipe. You can really taste the dark pipe. Now these are 6 mils. I know some guys like Beans, 316, Mark at Tobacco Pipes International, I think, maybe. I'm not sure. They'll customize and they won't use filters in theirs. I like to use filters. This is the stem I had on my original. That original pipe smoked everything in it. I smoked everything in it, but 2. Colt Blood Red Moon and Dance Devil Holiday. I have a Corn Cob Missouri Legend set aside for those because they ghosted my beloved Svenborg, and it took me a while, folks, a while to get that pipe. I mean, I triple salted it with kosher salt and Everclear, and 3 times through I went through it, and I just had to bear with it and get the cake built up on it. And this pipe has no cake, so I'm tasting. You want to get a good taste? Get a brand new corn cob that's never been used. Try a new tobacco out on that. I'll get you your taste. I'll show you what you can and cannot do. A little bit stronger than the corn cob 6 mil. This is the 2nd time I've smoked the Boulder, the Dark Lake, I guess you call it. Still like it. One of my friends just bought 3 cans of each. Was asking me about it, so get them while they're hot. I think they'll come out. They'll make it a regular thing for as long as they have 18-year-old Perique. Or something comparable. But I was watching Mark's video just now. First time I saw you without a hat, Mark. I used to be bald. I let my hair grow back, but I can because I have it. I just felt like going bald one year and stayed that way for 6 years. Mark was talking about customizing corn cobs and customizing pipes and stuff. Some people have the talent for it, but you can't just have a talent for it. You have to have the patience for something. He was showing how you put a tiger sticker on the pipe. I'm assuming he used an X-Acto knife. And you had to cut certain ways so it would lay, because this is round. So, good job, Mark. Good job. Yeah. Mark's a talented guy. Yeah, and I'm not sure if Mark does that on the side or not. I don't know. Which reminds me, I gotta get a hold of Blair Blade with Don here after I get done. And see if you got my pipes, how that's coming along. I told him to keep 2 of them. I think it was 2 of them you can have. So, hey, I just want to say thank you. I am still, man, someone ought to have more videos like that, man. I had more hits on that video in a shorter period of time. The one I did last night, where that person decided that they were gonna, mess with me because of my beliefs. I mean, I woke up this morning at midnight. Let Merle, that was 170 hits, views on that. Here's the way I look at it. That person's still watching. You want to keep watching? That's your business. So thank you, because you helped me get a lot of views on my channel from that. And it shows me how tight the YTBC is again. Yet again. It shows me. Listen, folks. We're a family, right? Not to get too preachy, but the 23rd Psalm talks about thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. There were two things. You know what that hook was on the end for? It was to get the sheep and pull them in. You know what that rod was for? To beat off the wolves. And the shepherd's job was to protect his sheep. Take the rod, move him where he wanted to move him. But that rod was also for him to kill off the wolves. Fight them off. And that's all I was doing. Because it wasn't an attack on me. It was an attack on the subscribers who like my content. I appreciate what I do. Enough said. So, this is very good in the cob, but how can you go wrong on a corn cob? How can you? Look, you want to smoke a pipe? You want to add pipes to your collections? Country Gentleman's my favorite. I want to get a Mark Twain. I want to get one without a filter. I want to get one of those stems. I don't know, what do they call those? Forever stems or whatever? I don't know. Beans 316 has them. And his is really nice. And Mark's got some really good custom. There's a guy on Instagram, EMC_custom_cobs. He made me a small one about that long. I love that. That thing smokes great. There's no filter in it. To me, it don't matter. It don't matter with a cob. Excuse me. Getting ashes all over myself. The cobs all smoke well. Go figure, folks. How's that work? You know? Now, I thought about making my own cob out of cobs, and you can do it. You've got to have steady hands. You've got to be patient. You've got to watch. It's just like anything else you build. Any pipe maker that's out there that's like, who am I to talk about it, will tell you it's just pay attention to what you're doing. Know what adhesives you'd have to use, what stains. There's certain stains you don't want to bleed through. You get them in your system. Now you got chemicals in your system. It shouldn't be in there. Everything else. But I thought about our True Value downtown has corn cob bag, about 2.5, 3 pound bag corn on a cob. They call it squirrel food. Thought about going down there and letting one of the squirrels chew off some of that, or just rake off some of that. Maybe making my own type of cob. But to do that, I'm going to have to get a lathe. And I'm going to want one with enough power that's not going to bog down. The little buffer wheel I have, it's great for sharpening knives. It's not great for buffing pipes. It bogs down. It's only like a 3 horsepower. So I'm not sure what size lathe I would need to get. That's on the wish list. It's on the wish list. Using a cane today. Because my balance is off. And that happens from time to time, and I don't know if it's the medication, if it's the nerves in my neck. They're not sure. They're not sure what's going on with that. Why? It's doing that. The only thing we can think of is just messing with equilibrium. But here's what I can tell you. The therapist was working on my neck, okay? And this is the left side, is the point that bothers me the most. Now, right under here in the corner of the jaw connects the muscles and sinews, bring the lower portion of the jaw and the upper jaw together. Learn something today, boys and girls. We're going to take a health class. Biology. What do they call it? P&A. Physiology and anatomy. That's what they call it. Okay. So at the end of my PT, when I do all my stuff, which they've upped me to the next level, I'll tell you what, wearing me down. I was done today. I was spent. I've been laying around most of the day because I'm still in recovery. So anyhow, so she's working in here, and it radiated into the jaw. Why was I bringing that up? I don't know. I thought I had TMJ. Now, it's really cool. When I first went to this PA, she explained to me how C1, C2, they work the nerves and the muscles to this action. C3, C4, and so on and so on and so on and so on. And I said, ever since I've had a neck pain, since about March or April, I get really bad jaw pain, and I thought it was TMJ. Talked to the dentist about it on numerous occasions, didn't seem to give a rat's butt about it. Talked to the doctor about it on a couple of occasions, didn't seem to give a rat's butt about it. But the PT said, when she was working, I said, whoa, that's radiating right over into the corner. You can't see it with my beard, but right in the corner now. I used to, if you go right about here, okay, inside the mouth, right about here. I said, whoa, you're radiating some pain in there. So, she, being the experienced and the conscious-minded healthcare provider, started asking questions. Now we're wondering if that has everything to do. Because there's just some days I just cannot chew on that side of my mouth. And when I chew on the right side, on this little, it's on my left, when I chew on the right, it still hurts. I mean, excruciating pain, folks. The blessing is no headaches. They keep asking me about headaches. I keep saying the same thing to them. No, no, no. I've got no headaches whatsoever. None. Didn't have them before. Don't know. Well, scratch that. I had 2 major migraines. Fortunately, the medicine I had took care of it. The Excedrin I took. And I was tired enough that I went back to bed. I slept them off. So it handled everything. But you got to pay attention to your body. You got to listen to your body. You got to know what your body's saying to you. I always learned as an EMT, paint a good picture for the doctors and the nurses when you go into the ER and you give your report. That it helps them to address the problem, and better care can be provided for the patient when you do that. That's why I would ask. I would get really extensive and detailed in my questions with patients, and sometimes I would repeat myself. So when they do that, don't get frustrated. They're doing it because they want to get a good picture, a good painting of what's going on with your body, so that they can treat you in the best manner they can. That's my educational lesson for you today in healthcare. So, but other than that, the rain moved out. It's about 67 degrees out today. If it wasn't for the wind, it wouldn't be so bad. It's really not that bad. I opened up the garage all the way because when I walked out here, it was cold in the garage. We have the windows open in the house just to cool the house, just to warm the house up. because I'm not turning the heat on. We opened up some windows to get across, get some air in there. Natural air is good for you. And so today's been a resting day. Merle and I took a nap together on the couch. He's my buddy. I love my buddy. See if I can find the most recent photo I have of my buddy. He's my boy. He's my boy. He's my baby boy. Whoops. Where you at, buddy? Where you at? There you are. Look at my baby. He loves his daddy. He loves laying on the couch. He's about 35 pounds now. Unfortunately, I'm only allowed to lift up. Oh, excuse me. I'm only allowed to do. I can't excess 25. That's what doctor orders. But he gets up on my lap and he'll sit there and lay his head down. Most of the time, he wants to play. But he's a good boy. He's a good boy. I like him. He's getting better. Housebroken is almost completely done. He rings the bell. We take him out. Sometimes we're not paying attention. We miss it. It's our own fault. When he whimpers, there's a whimper that I've got almost figured out. Sometimes we don't hear the bell. He'll whimper because the bell's downstairs. Thinking about putting one up on the closet, in the bedroom, so that when we get him out of the crate and in his bed for the night, he can ring the bell. Daddy can get up and take him down. I don't mind. Hey, those steps are great, man. They make me work out. It's not about cardio for me right now. It's about stamina. I just do not have the stamina, which is to be expected, and I'm told to be patient. But I love my boy. I do. He's such a good puppy dog. But he's a great guy. He's a great dog. Every time we go over towards the truck, he wants to get in. Wants to go for a ride. He wants to sit up in the front seat. Problem is, he's getting too big. Because the problem with him getting too big is, if I can get him to stay in the passenger seat, that's good. When he was little, he kept wanting to crawl on top of me. Not good. Can't drive a truck like that. Can't drive the car. Doesn't work. So I've got to figure out a way to. I think I have a seat belt in the back, and I got this cover. I have leather seats. So I don't want them sliding all over the place. I have a harness I put on and a seat belt. I'm thinking about figuring out how to try to do that for the front seat. So when the weather gets nicer, Merle and I can go lunting. See if I can get him to find me some deer sheds in the woods. Antlers. I'd like to make some of these. That stone grinder would do that well. So I can do that down. You can see it's pretty well used. Had this for 2 years. But anyhow, this pipe stood the test of time. I had it for 2 years. Mark, I may be giving you a call. I'm having you take a good look at it. You have set your hands in me. And you have a better eye than I do. And patience. And maybe I can get you to customize my very first really nice corn cob. I'll have to give you a call. Alright, folks. I got some phone calls to make. I got a pipe that I want to continue to enjoy. This is really good stuff. Check them out. See if you can get them. God bless. Stay safe. Stay safe. Stay safe. Wow. That's just coffee. I don't think there's anything else in there. Remember, God loves you, and so do I. See you on the next one. Light them up. Ha! Did it with the left hand.